In Fable lore, bandits were organized criminals who fought for their twisted concept of freedom and dark honor. These bandits included the likes of robbers, murderers, thieves, and even assassins. Bandits prized strength and cunning above all else, and respected anyone who had it. They valued reputation highly, and would unquestionably betray the trust and loyalty of others if it meant heightening their own.
So in terms of history, unlike most criminals, bandits saw their wicked acts as a way of life, and most associated themselves with other individuals who often shared this similar philosophy. Many of the clans roamed Albion, never staying in one place for long, while others created big camps or stole them from their former residents. Bandits usually appeared outside of cities and towns away from guards. They will always attack other characters in groups. The only time they do not attack the hero of Oakvale is during certain quests, and also within Twinblade's camp. Bandits cursed the roads of Albion in clans, such as the Black Hand Gang or the Death Clan, only uniting under powerful bandit leaders such as Twinblade or Maniac Mary. They are the bane of traders who often hired heroes to protect them, and also guards obviously. When the Heroes Guild fell, the influence of bandits grew even more to the point where they effectively controlled entire towns or areas like Bloodstone, Westcliff, and Rookridge. In addition, the Bandit Coast is literally named after them, so they obviously had a lot of an impact there.
In the original Fable, bandits are among the first of enemies faced in the game, first encountered when a group of them sack Oakvale on the orders of Jack of Blades. They are first encountered as an enemy type during the hero's guild training quest, should he decide to play with Whisper in the Guild Woods before graduating from the Guild of Heroes. Bandits can often be found lurking on the road to Twinblade's camp and in the area of Greatwood, where one can often see them attacking traders or fending off wasp attacks, which can soften them up before going in for the kill. Occasionally, tougher bandits like the aforementioned Bandit Chieftains can even be found attempting to ambush traders in Darkwood.
So the different variants of bandits in the original Fable. We have the standard bandit, which is obviously the most common type of criminal infesting Albion. Bandits often prove to be easily dispatched by even weak heroes and wasps, so they compensate by attacking in large numbers, often led by a chieftain. Most bandits use melee weapons like swords, maces, pickhammers, although some of them can be seen with crossbows.
Then you have the Bandit Chieftains. Among the most feared bandits, chieftains often lead charges against enemy heroes and traders, and are easily distinguishable from their weaker brethren by their fearsome weapons, their larger physique, and their masks or tattoos. Almost every Bandit Chieftain leads the attack with a melee weapon, never relying on ranged weaponry.
And then finally, we have the Assassins. The Assassins are actually the strongest of all bandits. They always use lighter swords like katanas in battle. They dress in all black with a distinctive hood to cover their faces. These feared opponents will attack the hero after they have defeated Twinblade, usually ambushing from certain locations. And this is actually, the assassin enemies are also part of a quest. I think there's a few that try to kill you, and after you kill them all, you can sort of piece together who put the order on you.
And so bandits make a return in Fable 2 as well. They will randomly appear in the Bower Lake, Rookridge, Brightwood areas, and also in the Crucible, with most spending their time in Westcliff and the aptly named Bandit Coast, attacking wandering traders and fending off the local wildlife. Bandits now attack in much larger groups, and just like the Highwaymen or Fable 3's Sand Furies, bandits will occasionally ambush the hero of Bowerstone, dropping from nearby trees or emerging from nearby foliage. Bandits also demonstrate more organisation and tactical skill in Fable 2, with some of the bandits encircling and attacking the hero using melee weaponry, while others give covering fire from a distance. Most bandits, when disarmed, also prove to be well armed, often touting a secondary weapon. However, bandits are extremely vulnerable to a proper application of will, as they do not have the speed, agility or dexterity to avoid such a blast. This weakness to willpower is demonstrated by their comments, as they often speak of their fear and awe of the hero's will abilities when used. Prominent bandits also find themselves in many more quests than before, with the player having the opportunity to deal with the prominent bandit figures such as Thag, Dash, and Ripper.
So in terms of Fable 2 Bandit Variants, once again we have the Standard Bandit, which is the most common, and is basically a cannon fodder enemy even to a novice hero. although they will block some basic attacks. Unlike the ones in Fable, the bandits in Fable 2 sometimes ambush the hero and are a little bit more willing to use ranged weapons like rifles, with some even, as you said, encircling the hero and giving covering fire to others so that the others can close in for the kill.
Then once again you have the Bandit Chieftain. These bandits make a return again and often dress similarly to the Bandit Bag near the beginning, which I think pretty much looks like the Chieftain from Fable, but with, if I'm not wrong, like a stag's antlers. But it's been a while, so I'll have to, don't quote me on that one. They almost always use melee weapons and charge into battle to lead their men by example.
Finally here we have the Highwayman, which is without a doubt the most infamous and dangerous of the bandits in Fable 2. The Highwayman is a master of combat. Classier and more eloquent than his bandit brethren, the Highwayman often attacks first in their large group, slicing the hero with their sword before dodging. Like the Sand Furies in Fable 3, Highwaymen are extremely agile and unnaturally quick, making it difficult to kill them, even using willpowers or ranged weapons.
Yeah, so once again, bandits return in Fable 3. It's about 50 years after the events of Fable 2, and the hero of Valstone had become the monarch of a new and mighty kingdom of Albion. Bandits then had been wiped out completely, supposedly, most likely by the Old Guard or Royal Army. Although bandits do not actually appear in Fable 3, former army soldiers gone renegade called mercenaries have actually taken their place. They are led by the former captain, Captain Saker, much like how the bandits of Fable were led by former hero Twinblade.
So in terms of trivia, the term bandits is in Fable is one used to describe anyone who swears to a life of crime, transgression, and above all freedom. So like we've sort of touched on, not all bandits are entirely evil like all the time. For example, Twinblade obviously started as a hero and he turned to the life of banditry just, to be free from sort of the rules and stuff like that, rather than being entirely evil to begin with. Bandits also see the consumption of alcohol, murder, and pillaging not necessarily as evil acts, but just more expressions of their freedom, which is obviously sort of a twisted view of theirs.
The only other person besides Twinblade that has ever united the bandits under the one name was the previously mentioned maniac Mary, who I actually know very little about, so this may need us to do some more research for a future video.
Yeah, most definitely, as we've already covered Twinblade as well.
Yes. It is believed that even the most vile of bandits are not without a shred of humanity, often adhering to a strict personal code of honour. Twinblade's altruistic rescue of Teresa and their agreement to not harm the hero of Oakvale when dueling Twinblade are examples of this.
In Fable The Lost Chapters, there are some Bandit variants that appear to be blind, but they are still entirely capable of fighting. And I think, there's some that wear, I think there are some that have blindfolds on, I think.
Yeah, this is the case, or like a do-rag or whatever you want to call it, that comes down over their eyes. Just a selection of some of our favourite sort of quotes that we see. I'm not amazing at impressions all the time, but we'll try and maybe get some clips for you. Is there's "Stop being such a baby," and there's "I'm gonna spew your guts out." My favourite one, this third one, is "This isn't good."
That one was pretty accurate.
that was quite good. I don't remember this one. Is that I could see him, and it's "Come on, take him down." I can't do that one either. There's "I'm a little nervous about this." That's the same voice as the "This isn't good" one. And there's the "I'll not spare you." And "You're gonna get cut." I don't know. I can't remember how that one goes. And that's a decent injury there. And then "Come on, man." And there's a few others, but those are some of our favourites. For me personally, bandits are actually probably my favourite of all the Fable enemies. I think they're what kind of embodies Fable the most for me, with the kind of the English kind of pirate accent, the sort of pirate attitude, and the general nature of them. They're kind of the lovable enemies, suitably difficult at times, suitably easy at others, but also some good sort of that classic comedic value that Fable brings. So I actually love bandits.
Yeah, I agree. I think bandits are easily some of the most memorable enemies from Fable. I think the only one that definitely is just as memorable for me was the Bandit Variants. I think those two are the top two Fable Fable enemy variants for sure. Like definitely the two that stick with me the most when I think about like fighting enemies in Fable. But yeah, especially with bandits, the whole idea that they're basically like the direct sort of I guess fodder to heroes. They're sort of the exact thing that heroes will always be fighting. Like till the end of time, there's always going to be bandits or bandit variants. You know, as we said in Fable 3, they're not really called bandits anymore, but they are still the embodiment of bandits. Like they will never go away no matter what. So.
And best bit of trivia that I don't think was mentioned previously, but I just want to say is one of the funniest things you can do, especially if you're evil in Lost Chapters / Anniversary, is you can obviously take them on a raid of Oakvale. So you're going up to the bandit camp where they still are, you gather them together, you can do I think it's the Bloodlust Roar expression, and they all cower before you and bow before you, and then you basically tell them what to follow, get as many as you can, and you can basically, as soon as you attack one guard or person in Oakvale, they'll just raid the rest of the village. It's kind of fun.
That is pretty amazing, and definitely like, again, just another Fable mechanic that was like way ahead of its time, really. Like definitely the sort of thing you don't really see that much in other games so far. Like it's still something that hasn't been tapped into, so I definitely definitely pretty happy that Fable sort of got that really, really early.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, well I think that about wraps up the bandits from our end, so we'll see you guys in the comments and catch you on the next Fable or video.
Yep, see you next time.